Okay, FB Live. Today is Sunday. Chinese Media Physics free lesson. Every Thursday you can learn free. Every Thursday you can have free reading. Every Sunday you can learn free. Today I want to talk about how to rebuild your life. Why I want to talk about this? Important, right? You look at Coco Liwen. Right? She has money, she has beauty, she has, I can say, or even you also will agree with me, right? That she has almost everything in life, but she's not happy, right? Yo. Okay, how are you? Nice to see you. Hi, LY. Nice to see you. Good evening. Good evening. I'm trying to wear this earring. This is a Daniela's gift. LY, what's your name? May I know your name? May I know your name, LY? Because this is not a name, right? This is a company or something like that. Adrian. Oh, nice to meet you, Adrian. Emily Teo. Yeah, like and share, like and share. Emily Teo, very steady. Oh, my favorite coming already, Kevin. Kevin Wong is here. Good evening. Good evening, also member. Nice to meet you, teacher. Who wants to bring me holiday? I super long never go holiday already. Who wants to fetch me to Johor shopping? That's not. Daniel Sang Hawaii. Adjustable teardrop. Can adjust on it. Can pull back and adjust, I think. Yeah, can pull back, adjust. Nice, right? You see? Can pull back on. Can make shorter, longer. Nice, right? Okay, come. Okay, zip line, zip line. Okay. Let me turn on the video from my handphone. Okay, nice to see you, Hockey. Nice to see you. Good evening, LY. His name is Adrian. Emily Teo, yeah, like and share, like and share. Kevin Wong, thank you. Kevin Wong. Anson Lee, hello. Nana, nice to meet you. Okay, let's start. All right. Okay. Yeah, let's start. Okay. Now I show you some case study, okay? Edison, nice to see you. Edison, so sweet. Edison, Tintin, Edison. Asma, Asma, how are you, Asma? Okay. Now, case study. Teacher so small, cannot see. Okay, let me turn this bigger also for you. Shift this out a bit. Enlarge this a bit. Is it better? Okay, so I met this guy and left my husband for him. All right, I left this guy and then left my husband for him. I spent all my money on him, right? And then he disappeared. He ghosted me. Now, ghosted is very evil. Anybody who ghosts are very evil. I find very evil. Ghosting very evil. You at least say properly lah, right now. You go and ghost. Very, very evil. Okay. Evil people, they ghost. 没有担当的人啊。没有担当 means the person is not reliable, not trustworthy. Right? I have this friend, the person always MIA, missing in action. This kind of people, throw the father face, throw the mother face. That's what I think. Why? Don't have to ghost, right? Why do you want to ghost people? This is very evil. No? This is very evil act. This is evil act. To me, this is evil act. Don't have to ghost, all right? Just say, oh. Just say lah. Just say properly, all right? What's so difficult? Coward. You know what's coward? Coward. Right? Chicken. They will ghost chicken. Correct or not? Hey, Alan, nice to see you. Alan sound happy, Right? So I met this guy, left my husband for him, spent all my money on him, and then he disappeared, ghosted me. Right? I lost my savings, and then I'm also jobless now. Right? My husband is so angry or upset or disappointed and proceeding a divorce with me. Right? How about this one? I invested US dollar $1 million on a scam crypto exchange. Now, I talked many times about scam, especially crypto. Very easy to scam. Why? Because very difficult to trace. The tracing has a problem. So crypto is always very convenient to scam. All right, and they have a lot of pattern to scam you. Some they go by projects, some they go by exchange. A lot of pattern. Right, so my advice is, hey, please don't touch crypto. Don't touch crypto. Right? Okay, and then lost my money and my friends' money. Why? Because where to get 1 million? Confirm is pull all the friends to come and join, and then lost all the money. Right? So I reported police, and then my friends are after me. Of course, they will go after you. Right? And you have to do something about it, right? You have to pay back, or you have to, I don't know what you do with your friend money, right? Maybe you say borrow, maybe you say invest, I don't know what. But your friends will go after you, right? And then you're jobless some more. Correct or not? Then what about this one? Now, these are all real life cases. These are all real life cases. So I have breast cancer. Going through the chemotherapy was terrible, of course, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially is very difficult, right? And I'm alone in Australia, right? Then recover, right? Got well, but was infected because of the chemo, right? So the bone, the spinal was infected. So I had to go through some surgery again. And the medical bill is so high, correct? So I need money. So I invested in a scam crypto project and lost more money. Already not enough already. Still go and do this crypto project, right? And then lost more money. Any more case study? Yeah. I cannot find a job for 2 years. Right now, my last job was in a pharmaceutical company. My wife has been paying the bills, and our relationship seems to be rocky. Right? How about this one? I stole my company fund to splurge on a gigolo, right? And the club splurge on the gigolo. Right? My boss reported police, and I'm facing lawsuit. And maybe jail term as well, right? We don't know, likely also. Right now, I'm jobless. Okay, so my husband was prostituting everywhere, go here, go there, and prostitute, and then contracted HIV. The husband passed the virus over. Right after divorce, he refused to pay alimony also. Right, don't want to feed the children, don't want to pay this, pay that. Then I'm jobless. Correct or not? And then I need to feed 2 universities to children. Correct? How about this one? I went for a full whole body thorough check-up. The indicators were good. Right? But I feel a strong pressure on my head. I have very, very bad cough until I feel like I'm coughing my lungs out, right? I have tingling sensation in my fingers, and I have black stool daily. Now, we know black stool is a signal of something like cancerous. But the whole body check was all right. The indicator was good. No cancer cells. Correct or not? I also get very angry very quickly and shouted at anyone who stepped on me or irritates me, right, without hesitation. The means the character becomes very hostile, right? Then this one, I betrayed my ex-girlfriend twice, and then she left me. I was so depressed, I drank and I got into a chain car accident, drunk driving. I was sent to jail for 2 months. I cannot work in the bank anymore. Because of the jail term, you cannot work in the bank anymore, right? So ever since I've been job hopping, now I'm married with a child, but I don't seem to love my wife, though I love my daughter. Okay. Now this one, I'm in a loveless marriage, no communication with the spouse, right? But for the sake of my young children, I stay in a marriage. I'm jobless because I'm a full-time housewife, right? I feel worthless. Now these are all called what? Life problem, right? All sorts of problem. Agree? Wolf, nice to see you. Wolf, ding. Ping Ping 来了，叮。Sana Rose, nice to see you. 叮，哇，水嘞，Sana Rose。哦 ，okay. So, can you find something common or not? Common in all this life problem. Can you find something common or not? Surely there must be a root cause, or am I right? Like, how come I'm in this trouble? First thing first, when you have life issues, first thing first, you always have to do what first? Rebuild first? No, you don't rebuild first. You reflect first. Reflection first. You reflect first, all right? Something must be not right, what? Correct? So first thing first, you need to reflect first. So first thing first, you reflect. But you notice, actually all these issues, they have a common variable inside. There's a common variable inside. See if you can find a common variable inside. Like for me, right, like this scenario, if you ask me, teacher, what's your comment? Right, to me, I would think that I met this guy and left my husband for him. So this one already informed me not in a happy marriage, right? If you're in a happy marriage, if your marriage is good, why would you want to leave your husband for another guy? Right? Let's say Yelping and me, wow, we super in love, right now. Then we work like Yelping and his wife, not Yelping and me, right? Yelping and his wife, right? Their communication skills very good, and they care a lot for each other, a lot. So another guy or another 10 guys or another 20 guys come in, you think can take the wife away or not? You think can disrupt the marriage or not? You think can left or not? So first thing first, the marriage itself, first thing first, already have a problem. What? So let's say your house, if it's not tightly secure, let's say the door or the window, all this it's not tightly secure, or it's not protected. Of course, burglars can come in, right? So this one is like a burglar can come in, right? A thief can come into the house, what? Easily some more. Why? Because the house itself is not tightly secure. Number one. Number two, what makes you think that if the original marriage you cannot maintain, what makes you think that you can maintain the second marriage? The original one, you can't even settle properly. This marriage, your first marriage, you cannot even handle. What makes you think that this guy come in and I marry him, you can handle it? You cannot even handle this original one. What makes you think that you can handle this one? Correct. Think about it first. This is called reflection. You have to do reflection first, all right? Agree or not? Okay, then this one, what about this one? My comment is very simple, right? You gather money, 1 million US, $1 million, right? You throw into a crypto exchange, right? Now, if you are not mature enough or you're not ready enough, God will not give you this money. God will never give. The Almighty, the 老天爷, whatever you call this person, the CEO or what, right? The human CEO, right? Or the 老天爷 or the God, you will never give you this money, will never give it to you. Will never give it to you. Teacher, I missed the Bitcoin at 5 cents. I missed the Bitcoin at $300. Why? Because you're not ready to handle the wealth. The God will not give it to you. 他不会给你的。That is the reason why even you manage to pull $1 million or you manage to close a $1 million sale, right? You get some money. Or I hear people saying that, hey, I was very rich in the past, right? Like I have this client, very, very rich in the past, but he lost everything and bankruptcy and went to jail and blah, blah, blah. Why? Because not ready to receive this money. So even if you receive this money, you cannot hold on to this money. You do not have this maturity to hold on to this money. Same, likewise for this. You don't have the maturity to hold on to that relationship. You understand what I'm trying to say? Right? Then what about this one? My comment? Right? The health wasn't good. Right? Have cancer and things like that. This one to me is a signal, right? God is telling you that something you're doing that is not right in your life. You need to stop. You need to realign. Maybe it's your work. You need to realign. Maybe it's your some matters like your social matters, right? Or it could be your work matters that you need to realign it. Correct? Like me, I work no day, no night. I anyhow eat. No time for exercise. Correct or not? Then after that, I fall sick for a while. Then I make adjustment. I exercise. I do this. I realign. Right? And I slow down my work. Then my health comes back. Why? Because God is trying to tell you something that you overdoing things, You need to slow down already. Right? And you need to look around. You need to go and learn to smell the roses. Go and step on the grass. You're already out of alignment already. Correct? So cannot find job for 2 years. Why cannot find job for 2 years? No reason why you cannot find job for 2 years. So something again is not right. Right? Something inside you is not right. I went for interview, but really nobody employed me and so on and so forth. So how come you got the interview, but you're not selected? Something is not right again. You got the interview. You got the interview means you're shortlisted. If you're shortlisted means you have something the company wants. Right? If you're not shortlisted, I look at your resume, this one cannot. I don't even bother call you for interview, but I look at this, this one sort of fit us. Maybe we meet the person and have a, face to face and see how we can work things out. So if there's an interview means you have something the employer wants from you, right? But for 2 years you have been through a lot of interview, but you cannot secure any interview, not even one interview, then surely there's something not right. Something is right means you fit the bill. Something is not right because you just cannot get through the interview. Something is not right. Correct? This one I stole my company fund, splurge on this gigolo, right? And the gigolo club. Correct not? So this one obviously is what? This is obviously greed and desire, right? That you do not deserve. And you still want it. You do not deserve it, but you insist you want it. Then you get into trouble. Whether is it a relationship, whether is it money, if you don't deserve it and you insist you want it, then you will suffer. So simple. Correct? And why you don't deserve it? Like, everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves good relationship. Everybody deserves to have money, live well. Why I don't deserve it, teacher? Now, later I'll tell you why you don't deserve it. Sometimes it's not you don't deserve it. It's you're not ready yet. Just like when I pray, some of them say, teacher, how come I pray already 2 months already or 1 month only then they very kanchiong. Right now, they say, how come I still don't get it? I say, wait first, because you're not ready. Wait, I'm praying diligently for you. Right? You will get it one, but it's just that now you're not ready. You wait for a while. Correct? Right? So my husband was prostituting. This one. Correct? So this one also some issues, right? Desires, greed, some perspective issues, all this. Correct? So let's come and look at how this human function. Correct now? So something I call well-being. Correct? So this is me, right? So financial well-being. Correct? So financially, some perspective must be correct lah. Correct not? Everybody think I want to be a millionaire. Who doesn't want to be a millionaire? Everybody wants to be a millionaire. And can everybody be a millionaire? I believe everybody can be a millionaire. But you need the right timing. You need the right timing. Correct? For example, you give $1 million to a 5 years old. You tell me what the fellow will do with the $1 million. The 5 years old will stock up all the lollipop in the bedroom. Correct or not? So there's a right timing. There's a right timing. Okay? Then how, teacher? I want to be a millionaire. Correct or not? So how do I know when is the right timing? Very simple. When you know how to manage. When you can manage effectively. Right? For example, if God knows that if I give you this 1 million, you're gonna you know the Upper Gangnam Style, you know that guy? Upper Gangnam Style. Right? Psych. His name is called Psych, is it? Psych. You know the singer? Upper Gangnam Style. Right? So overnight, he suddenly become very popular. Wow, then he made a lot of money, right? But he cannot manage effectively. So he lost all the money. Correct? How come? Because he earned all this money. You know what he do with the money? He buys sexual services. So he will lose all the money. Right? So that tells me that he is not ready to handle that money. So God will not give you this money because you are not ready for it. That's why in Chinese ancestor wisdom, there's this thing called 德要配位. 德要配位. 德 means your charitable act, your ethical behavior. 德要配 Pay means match. Your ethical behavior must match your status and position. Status, right? So you must have this kind of, you must have 德要配位啦. Correct or not? If not, you hold the money, what will you do with the money? Go and hang flower. Correct or not? Go and buy sexual services. Right? Go and throw at my boss. Because he always bully me. 拿钱砸死他. No, that is not the right way to handle money. Right? So when you have money, what should you do? Yeah, build temple for Dr. Kim. Right? Or donate some to help the poor, right? Or build hospital, build school. Correct? These are the things that you should do with the money. Make the society a better place. Then you will deserve this money. Right? Agree or not? Number one. Number two, right? A lot of people has this thing called greed. Correct or not? Greed means, for example, this greed very easy to see, especially when you're trading. I don't care what you trade, trade gold, trade stocks, trade options, trade crypto or what. Right? A lot of people are like that. Correct or not? For example, Luna, right, was $104 at the highest. Correct or not? Then you thinking that it will go further, it will go higher, it will go higher like that. Then you don't want to sell. Because why? Extreme greed. Correct or not? So when this greed come in, it also tells me, inform me that you cannot handle fortune. You cannot handle fortune. I'm very lucky. All my crypto make money. Most of my crypto make money. Right? Yeah, I have some rubbish shitcoin. I have some rubbish one still hanging around. Correct or not? So all these rubbish shitcoin, maybe here, maybe I lost. Let's say I lost 10K over here. This shitcoin. Right? But my past coin, right, I actually make 15K, for example. So actually I make a profit. I made a profit of 5K. This one I haven't sold yet. This one's still hanging around. So what is my trading attitude? You know what is my trading attitude? You know what's my trading attitude? Very simple. For example, if I buy at 10 cents, right? I see as long above 10 cents, I will sell. I don't care. I will sell one. But teacher, later go to 50 cents, later go to $1. I don't care one. To me, as long I have profit, I'm happy already. I don't care how much I profit. As long every coin I have profit, I'm happy. Right? So for example, like my Luna, right, I bought at 50, which is not the cheapest. Not the cheapest, right? The lowest at that time when it was like very hot, that time was like maybe some student bought at $30 over, $35, $36. Right? So when I buy $50, they're like, hey, teacher, you buy expensive already. Right? It doesn't matter I buy expensive. Important is that $100 I sell away. Because I see $100, wow, good deal, sell. Right? I clear everything. Correct? So nothing happened to me. Luna crash, those that buy at $35, $36, the student, she cried. Why? Because the coin dropped to 0.000. That's me kui. Correct? Some even worse, when the price was falling, keep falling, $5, drop until $5, drop until $1, they buy more. They say accumulate more. That is greed. That is extreme greed really. Correct? So a lot of YouTubers don't trust them also because they don't know what they're doing also, I tell you honestly. Right? They are the one who tell people to $5, buy more. I'm going to throw in more to later the $5 will go up. What nonsense are you talking about? The facts are the facts. It is going to crash and it is crashing. Very simple. Right? Blind also can see it's crashing already. You still want to $1 buy in some more. Correct or not? So this one is the personality, is the attitude problem. To me lah, the way I see it lor. So you need to adjust what? You need to adjust. Correct or not? Right. So for financial wise, right, most of the people that got into trouble with finance, very simple, it's always greed and desire. And the greed and desire, everybody have greed and desire, right? But you need to have reasonable greed, reasonable desire, reasonable. Correct or not? So if you want to buy at, for example, you want to buy Bitcoin at 10 cents, you think only you want to buy at 10 cents, man? Everybody also want to buy at 10 cents. But will you ever get this 10 cents? No? You will never get this 10 cents. Why? Because the wheels will never let you get it at 10 cents. Why? Because if you get it at 10 cents, they will be in trouble. They will be losing money. So they will not give you at 10 cents. You will never get it one. So you'll notice that every time very close to a price, you just cannot get it. Of course, they will not let you have it, right? Right. So emotional wise, mental wise, right? Like for example, this case, right? This one is obviously an emotional mental issue, right? An emotional mental issue, right? Unhappy with self, unhappy with life. Very unhappy with self, very unhappy with life. Correct or not? Why like that? Why unhappy with self? Why unhappy with life? Correct. Because most people think that I should, right? I should have money. I should have love, right? I should have children, right? I should have blah 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 blah. Correct? Career lah, a lot of things, and these are called should have, right? So this should have actually caused a lot of problem in life, you know. Okay, very simple. Come straight to solution. Okay, so solution very simple one. I tell you, right? 天地人. You have to use 天, you have to use 地, you have to use 人 together to solve problem, or to live a happy life, or to rebuild yourself. Teacher, I screw up the last round. So this round, I want to make it right. So what can I do to make it right? Okay. So if you have 天, you don't have 地 and 人, it does not work. That's why you need 天地人和. You need to combo it. You need to combo it. Then you can make it work. Right? So what is 天地人和? Right? For example, 天 means the God will decide, you know. Correct? The Almighty will decide whether grant it to you or not grant it to you, or smoothen the journey for you, or not smoothen the journey for you, or help you or not lah, right? So some people say no lah, I don't believe in the Almighty God and blah 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 lah. Correct? Up to you lah. But you know, we know there's this thing like the miracle power. Correct or not? Maybe you can't see it, but sometimes you just don't understand why like such a thing kind of like happening around or what. Agree or not? So prayers is definitely one that you can use, right? So prayers means what? Prayers means prayers. Prayers means what, right? So you may say things like, hey teacher, I pray also. How come not as effective as you pray? Of course, the way I pray, I have formality, right? I have a system, I have a way to pray. It's different from the way you pray. Of course, it's different. Correct or not? So of course, there's different one. Correct? And I'm very consistent and I'm very diligently. Yours is different one. Yours, maybe you remember you pray. Morning, you remember you pray. Afternoon, you remember you pray. It's different one. Correct or not? So prayers definitely will help. Definitely will help. Okay? Teacher, why you use the word food? Why you use the word food here? As 天地人和. Why do you use 天? Why do you include food? right? Because this is invented by the God one. This system, the body system, is invented by God. And this body system, from what I know, is including the brain, the whole body structure, this whole body structure, right? The whole body structure can impact one, your decision, your character, your attitude, and so on. So this is actually given by Tian. This is actually given by Tian. This is actually by the God. So if you have an unhealthy body, or you, for example, I give you one example. It's good enough to prove this is from God. For example, sometimes I say, hey, Dr. Kim, you very fat eh. Dr. Kim, you very fat eh. Right? Hey, Dr. Kim, you very fat eh. So, number one, sometimes I can laugh. I fat already. Right? Sometimes I can get offended. I can feel not happy. I can feel like, wow, I can feel hurt. You, why you say I fat? Right? Then I feel, right? I feel hurt. I can feel angry. Right? But I can also laugh. Why? Why the reaction is like that? Sometimes it also depends on your body. Why? Because your body have hormones, nerve system, and so on. Sometimes it can regulate your mood. Like my mood very good, right? So you say I fat, I laugh. What's Sim Ho? Correct? Agree? Number one. Number two, sometimes you say, hey, Dr. Kim, you very fat, I'm very angry. Why? Because I haven't eaten. A hungry man is an angry man. Why there's this word called a hungry man is an angry man? This word must have come from somewhere. Right? So this hunger actually comes from the body, right? The body can regulate moods, can regulate mood, can regulate reaction. Correct or not? Like some things are, wow, the person very excited. Some things the person not so, it may be excitable for you, but may not be excitable for me. Correct? So the body plays a part also. Right? So why Coco Leeuwen committed suicide? Because the body very sick. And this body very sick can actually impact her mood, can impact her reaction, can tell her, say, hey, cut lah, no point living. So this no point living comes from where? Comes from the nerve system, comes from the hormonal system. And the mood system and the hormonal system comes from where? Comes from how you take care of your body. And how you take care of body comes from what you feed your body. You know what I'm trying to say? This is also a solution. This is definitely part of the solution. So if you're broken, you're depressed, you're broke, you're this, people eat junks. Right? I eat a lot of chocolate, I eat a lot of junk food, burger, Kentucky, then eat until very fat. And then become even more depressed. And I feel even more like a loser. Correct? So the food that I'm talking about is not that kind of food. The food that I'm talking about is the God's food. Right? Remember to eat your prebiotic, probiotic. Right? Remember to take your fiber. Right? Stop the sugar, stop the carbs, stop the processed food. Don't drink alcohol. Correct? Because alcohol will muddy your head, will like make you blur. You cannot make good decision. Like for me, right, I used to drink, used to, but I stopped. Why? Because I need to do Chinese medium physics reading, and I need to read zun. So I cannot drink alcohol. Because why? I don't want my brain to be distorted. Nobody can distort me, of course, but the alcohol can distort my brain. Can kill my brain cell and or can misjudge my reading. So that is the reason why I insist no alcohol. I don't care. My friends say, hey, drink the boy steady or what. That is my friend's problem. Right? I must have responsible for my student. That's why I need to keep my mind very, very clear. So I stop alcohol. I don't care. Right? Unless I'm not doing Chinese middle physics anymore. Then my friends say, hey, come on, drink alcohol. Then maybe I will drink. But as long as I'm doing this, I'm not going to touch the alcohol. No way. Because I know I need Tian to help me as a solution. You get what I'm trying to say? So how you feed your body, right? So how you rebuild yourself? You need to rebuild yourself. One, you need to have prayers. Two, you need to have God's food in your body system. Because you know this food will regulate your actions, behavior, your thoughts. If you agree with me, you type ZUN so that I know you're responding. Of course, exercise. Okay? That is the reason why God gives you hands, limbs, hands and legs. Correct now? Give you hand and leg for what? If for you to tang ping, tang ping means lie flat, don't need to do anything, and then I will survive. Then God don't have to make every part of your body system is there for a reason. There's a reason why you have 2 eyes, but only 1 mouth, and 2 ears. Correct? 2 years. Why cannot 1 year and then 3 mouth? There is a reason why it's structured that way. Correct? Why don't give you 1 finger? Why give 5 fingers? So there are reasons. So the mechanism is there, right, to help you make good decision. Correct? Do the right thing. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's the reason why and people doesn't want to exercise. Correct? Now in the ancient time, right, most of them 他们叫劳生. Ancient time. Lao means a labor, hard work. Labor what? Labor the body 很多苦力. Right? Or when the emperor angry, they want to punish you, they whack you. So it's the body injury. Right? And then farmers, they work so hard farming, body injury. Correct? But the contemporary, like you and me, we don't have body. So like the body, unless you rape someone, then the judge cane you, right? Otherwise, now the contemporary, the new style, the body is not injured one. So what is injured? 心累劳心I worry for my son My son don't know can study or not. Right now, I worry that wow, he got 90 upon 100. Wow, I so worry like that. My son scored 90 over 100 for his English teacher. I damn worry for him. Now the people are lousing wow, where to find this money to pay rental? Where to find this money to contribution teacher support teachers channel so teacher can survive? Like 劳心right? So the people now 是劳心的. The ancient time 他们是劳身的. They don't really 劳心 one. You want to eat what? You go and plant. You want to eat apple. You go plant yourself Correct? Now it's 劳心, not 劳身. Right? This is recorded recorded in the book, in ancient book. Okay, so use the Tian to help you. So how to rebuild myself? Step 1, get this done. Then step 2, 天地人嘛，风水 did you do 风水 audit? Right? I also can if you don't want to do 风水 audit, then keep your house clean. I have taught this many times already. Correct? My house in a mess. Correct? And then here got spider, there got house fly. Correct. Then that side got mosquito, got a mosquito swimming pool, you know, at the kitchen there. Teacher, I show you, come. You see this container? This is the mosquito swimming pool. Correct now. So if you don't want to do feng shui audit, then do a simple one like I always say, right? Keep the house very, very clean. No junks. No junks. Because why? This environment has impact on how you think also. How that's why the emperor, right? Why the emperor sits on the bay, the back facing the bay. That's why bay is written like that. Bay. It has a bay there one. Means the north. There's a theory there. Right? Because bay, the wind is very, very cold. So if you face the bay, you're facing the north, very easy to fall sick. And if you're very easy to fall sick, you cannot work, you cannot earn money, you cannot think properly. And if you cannot think properly, you make all the wrong decision. You may say the wrong thing. You may even react to your wife in a different, very hostile way or what, I don't know. Right? Which will jeopardize the relationship. And so on and so forth. Right? Or fall sick, cough until the lung fly out, and so on. Right? So for feng shui, you don't know, you're going to watch my past videos. Right? For example, bed. Right? Never put near the window. I see, teacher, no choice. The bedroom so small. They push the bed all the way to the window there. Wrong. Why? Because the window will transmit heat, wind, right? Cold and hot will transmit through the window. Let's say very hot sun, your bed is near the window. You go and sleep on the bed, it's very hot one. Correct or not? So never place the window bed near to the window. Never do that. Correct? So feng shui, teacher, I buy the crystal lah, I buy the tissue lah, what? This one is developed by the Hong Kong feng shui people, right? The Hong Kong feng shui master, they created this. Why? Increase sales volume lah, earn a bit more money from you. Correct or not? But if you go and look at all the ancient books, you will not see the tissue, you will not see all this thing one. 你不会看到的。Right? You will only see 北左青龙右白虎. You will see all these things. You will see the sac lah, the here and there lah. You will see all these things, but 你不会看到那个 you will not see the tissue. You will not see the tissue in the ancient book. You will not see the 紫水晶, don't know what 水晶. Teacher, I wear nice like you and that. You see, you wear nice to enhance yourself, to look nice, so that you look nice. People find you very pleasant. Then you got opportunity. Correct or not? Sean, you come back already? I thought you overseas. Right. But the correct feng shui should be the right positioning, right energy flow in the house, and so on. Correct? So go and get your house, go and do a spring cleaning. If you want to rebuild yourself, go and do a spring cleaning also. Correct? Now, all the junk things that you never use for like more than 6 months, get it out of the house. Right? For example, this pen has been sitting in my cupboard for three years and I've not do anything about it. Give it to someone else. Right? Give it to a friend or donate it to Salvation Army or what. If you never touch this thing for 6 months, get it out of the house. Just that simple. Correct or not? Right? So you need to have a conducive living environment. Correct? So the environment coming, right? Like I see people upstairs and neighbor upstairs fighting, quarreling. After they go upstairs, take a knife and stab the neighbor to death. Correct? Now quarrel with the next door because they place the don't know what outside your house or what, you get very angry. Correct? So go and get all this environment done up nicely. Very important. Correct? Because all this also will impact your decision, impact your behavior. Correct? So if your environment is right, your husband come back, there is food on the table. Correct or not? You play your role well. Correct? You play your role well. Teacher, I'm a wife. Wife cannot cook. Cannot cook. Wife cannot cook. Just like I'm a husband, but I cannot earn money. In Buddha studies, they have a code for the husband. Also for the wife. Right? One of the code is have to bring jewelry home one. Why jewelry? Because in the past, the ancient time, the India, the Buddha, that timing, 他们是 jewelry 的啦. They give the wife jewelry. They don't give the wife cryptocurrency. They don't give the wife that. Okay? So in the Buddha text, if you read the script, you will see, right? The man must bring jewelry to the wife. Must bring. Must, compulsory. Correct? Then the wife must bring food to the table. Compulsory. For example, must provide sexual service to the husband. It's a compulsory. You must do it one. Teacher, don't want, I don't like. And then no feeling already. Then sorry lor. Then get ready to close shop your house. Get ready to close end the relationship. True or not? So if you read the Buddha scripts, right, they have one whole list of the, not very long list. I read before, not very long list. Like maybe a few items only. The man must do. Then there are a few items the wife must do. Must. Okay? So these are called the environment. Correct? Supporters. Right? You must have supporters. Correct or not? So like Coco Li, when she broke down, she's beautiful. Her body is damn nice. Her face is damn nice. Right? Her heart is damn good. Right? Her character, her personality is so charming. Right? And financially, she's so rich, so rich. She like got everything already, you know. Correct or not? But she doesn't have this. She didn't have a correct body. The body system breaks down. Right? She knows she's sick, but she insists to dance, insists to simi kui. Correct or not? She knows she got problem giving birth. She insists injection, insists put all this chemical into her body, insists. Correct? So not right, what? It's not right. When the God asks you to rest, you rest. There will be a time when you cannot rest one. Don't worry. The God has planned for you. You know what I'm trying to say? So when there's a cancer or high blood pressure, high cholesterol, these are all indications that something is not right. You have to make adjustment really. Correct? You need to take a step back and look at things, right? Including depression, right? Something is not right. So for supporters, Coco Liwen, no problem, right? Supporters, her social skills. So this one, you need to up your social skills. Teacher, I have no supporter. I have few supporters. Right? And something is not right also, right? The social, that means what? That means cannot speak properly, lor. Sure got this problem one. Cannot speak properly. Is it cannot speak properly? Cannot speak properly means what? Maybe hurtful remarks, right? Or ignorant remarks. Ignorance. Correct? Ignorant remarks, hurtful remarks, cannot speak properly. So there's a skills to do that. Correct? Now, the Chinese ancient wisdom and the Western wisdom is very, very different. Okay? The Western is wow, you're so fat. Maybe that's the Western, because honest, straightforward ma. Teacher, I'm honest and straightforward. Correct? Like the Western one. That's how the Western teach one. Right? Careless. But that's not what the Chinese ancestor taught us, you know. The Chinese ancestor, right? They are very versatile one. They call you Yuan Ren. Yuan. They don't go straight one. They don't go straight. Right? Like what is it? Honest, straightforward. Right? Careless. This one is the Westerner. But the Chinese, how they talk? Wow, your children, wow, 走来走去sibei naughty. That is the Westerner style. The Chinese will say, wow, 你的孩子, your child so cute, very active. They will not say, wow, so naughty. They will not say that. 他很活泼. Right? Or they have a way to say it. There's a way to say it. Correct? So if you have little supporter, then of course you have to up your social skills. The social skills have problem already. Right? So teacher, I have supporter. Have supporter very important. For example, I fall sick. Then I call. Hello? Kelvin, can come and fetch teacher? Teacher want to go see doctor. Then Kelvin say, cannot lah, teacher. Cannot. Correct? Then I say, okay, never mind. I put down. Then I call Sean. Sean, can you come and fetch teacher? Teacher sick. Then Sean say, cannot lah, teacher. Okay, never mind. I call your P. Long Zhong Wei Sai. Then end up how? Right? So that's why we need supporters. Because in the Chinese system, right, we are groups. In the Western system, they are individuals. That's a different culture. Westerner is you die your problem. But Chinese, we are not like that. Or the Chinese ancient wisdom, we are not. We live as a group. We live like a social group. Like I scratch your back, then you scratch mine. That's how we live. You know what I'm trying to say? Correct now. So in Chinese ancestor, you will see this thing called the kampong spirit. I don't know you understand this word. This applies to the Chinese wisdom, the concept. But the Westerners, they don't have this thing called the kampong spirit. They don't know. Correct? So China, they were once very strong. Correct? But of course, later they become laid back. The Westerners took over. The Westerners come in. Why? Because they have the bomb. They have that one called what bomb? That one called what bomb? Forgot already. Because you so it's all right? But now look at China. I'm back. China is right? And I come back even stronger. You know what I'm trying to say? And Chinese wisdom, right? If it's lousy, you long ago have gone already. This wisdom long ago correct? So it's still around. Why is it still around? Because it's very valuable. Cannot lose this wisdom. Okay? So 天地人. So the last part is the 人. Of course, you must know your birth chart. Why? Because you want to rebuild yourself, you must look at your birth chart. Correct now? So is it easier to know you or is it easier to know myself? Is it easier to understand? Let's say I want to understand Kelvin. Is it easier to understand Kelvin than to understand myself? Which is easier? You see, Kelvin, supporters, he has good social skills. Can see it not? Sure, can, no matter how busy I am. You see? 这些 confirm 成功的啦 ，correct 啦 ，confirm 成功的 ，Kelvin confirm 成功的，对吗？他会聊天呢 ，correct 啦。The Amoy is not like that one. The Amoy is let's see the 代志 right? So Kelvin confirm have supporters one. He confirm 有 supporter 的 ，correct 啦。So my question is it easier to understand Kelvin or to understand myself? Let's say you want to make friend with Kelvin. Or let's say Kelvin is your friend. Is it easier to know Kelvin or to know yourself? Of course, it's easier to know Kelvin, right? Why? 旁观者清嘛. Chinese say 旁观者清 means what? The person standing outside can look at you better than you look at yourself. Do you know? Like your friend knows you better than you know yourself, no? Like you tell your friend, no lah, I don't anyhow talk one. Then your friend say, no, you every time anyhow talk. I tell you what, trust your friend. Because your friend really know you better than you know yourself. Then you say, no. Understand? So it's easier to understand other people than to really understand yourself. Right? So there are a few ways to really understand yourself. One is go around and ask your friend. Tell your friend, hey, 不要讲客套话啊. Just tell me honestly. Because in psychology, we did a research on personality tests. Okay? And then researchers found that when people ask their friend about, because there is one part of this test that the participants need to go around and ask their father, mother, brother, sister, cousin, colleagues, friends, blah blah blah. The friends all this need to fill a form, right? And describe this person's personality. And researchers found that these people has a higher accuracy than when the person describes himself. That means I also describe myself. I write there what my personality, or I tick lah. Okay, friendly. What I tick. Then my friend also tick. My mother, father, brother, sister, cousin, colleague, blah blah blah. Everybody tick. Then researchers, of course, they do experiment. Then they found out that you tick yourself not accurate. Those people around you tick very accurate about your personality. You know what I'm trying to say? 所以当局者迷嘛，旁观者清嘛。I disagree with me. Thank you. But this is psychology research. They found this. Right? Okay? So of course, another way is also to understand your birth charts. Right? Now, this one is using the Ren method. It's best you have combination of all. 你一定要利用天地人和to rebuild your life. Teacher, I got a major setback. Now I want to come back again. Right? Then you need to rebuild. So you rebuild based on using these three perspective, 天地人. Right? So you must know your birth chart. Of course, from a reliable teacher, right? I asked my friend to read for me. I asked XX Master Ken if they have track record of good readings. Yeah. Right? Or you can have 2-3 opinions. I don't know how you're going to do this. Okay? Right. So when you read what? Read all kinds of books. What? I read the comedy books, not this kind of books. Right. I read the Why I Fail When at $9.90 and this kind of book also wrong. Not this kind of book. Right? Read books from the professionals, from the researchers. Or read books that have scientific evidence. Read that kind of books. Those are the reliable sources. Right? I read magazines and not that kind of book. It doesn't help you much. Right? Read ancient books. Right? Read this kind of book, learn this kind of thing. Correct or not? Correct. So as you read, right, your perspective and your actions, this one, you need to follow the Chinese ancestor wisdom one. Correct? For example, 德不配位, like money. Right? Why I cannot handle money, or why I miss the opportunity to make money and all this. You must understand 德要配位, number one. Number two, sometimes on top not giving it to you. Correct or not? So you must learn to what? Learn to build yourself. Learn to prove, just like your son. Your son said, Daddy, give me 1 million. I want to invest in this trading. You dare to give your son or not? You dare not to give or not? I challenge you. Your son asks you, Daddy, can give me 1 million? I want to do trading. I want to trade. I want to do trading. You dare to give or not? You won't give one. Why? Because he did not prove himself yet that he can trade. He can handle this 1 million. True or not? Agree with me? Right? So when you cannot handle another marriage, you think God will give you second husband, second wife? You think first. Maybe, God give it to you, but cannot make it, let's still divorce. Then end up I got 5 marriages, teacher. I married 5 times. Correct or not? So married 5 times means God is not giving it to you also. You don't think that I married 5 times means God gave me 5 times. No. God gave you 5 times but took it away from you 5 times. Because why? You cannot manage. You cannot manage. So took away from you. Right? Just like that Korean, that Gangnam Style, like that, the fella. Correct? He makes so much millions from that song. Correct? But he cannot manage it. So God took back the money. You take back one. Right? Then how? You have to prove that you are ready to handle finance. Just like how your son proved to you that he can trade. Don't worry. Give the 1 million to him. He will turn it to 5 million for you. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you yourself, your perspective about love is not correct, right? I must be loved. I must be. Those are too many Korean drama already. That's why I damn disgusted with those social media. I know it's very entertaining. Correct or not? Right? If you notice, every time the man is confirm young, confirm rich, confirm prince lah, what CEO lah, 什么鬼的嘞 confirm one. Right? Then the girl is blur one, then don't know what. 但不是让你看呢 Correct or not? But in real life, I tell you the truth. If I am the man, if I were the man, right, I'm rich, handsome, smart, right, and then my character very good. I tell you, I go and happy already lor. I stupid under the rain, take the umbrella and wait for you. Let's siao. Right? So long ago, I remember one of my students, right, was very sad. So she told me, teacher, Valentine's Day, my boyfriend, I'll break up with him. I said, huh? You and boy want to break up, but you're two very good in school one. Then want to break up with each other. Yeah, teacher, because Valentine's Day, he never bring me, candlelight dinner. Candlelight dinner. Then he never buy me present. He never buy me gift for Valentine's Day lah. Never buy me chocolate, something like that. She said that to me. So she feel that he doesn't love her lah. He doesn't love her. So she find no point already. So how come the child, my student have this perspective? This perspective come from where one? Eat char kway teow cannot. Cannot. I said, oh. This is merchandisers trick to make you spend money. This one is social media. Right? Social media brainwash you one. Social media brainwash you that Valentine's Day must have candlelight dinner. Char kway teow cannot. Japanese dinner cannot. Chinese zi cha at the jumbo seafood restaurant cannot. Must candlelight. Right? And must present, must chocolate. Why? Because this is merchandiser needs to make money from you. Right? And then social media go and enhance this. Every time they film the Korean drama, they film like that. Candlelight dinner. Must candlelight dinner. Right? Cannot eat char kway teow. So this is what? Influence. We call social influence. In psychology, we call this social influence. Right? And this becomes something what we call like a stigma like that. Like a fixed perspective. Schema. In psychology, we call schema. Schema. A standard procedure of doing things is called schema. So humans are being programmed in such a way, right? They have this thing called the schema. Like at home, I'm married to my husband. At home, the wife must like that, the husband must like that, and then they must like that, like that. Standard schema lah, for example. Correct? So a lot of things, like you see children, young, like I remember when my son was very, very little boy. I think don't know, few years old only lah, very little. And he gets along very well with all the domestic helper around the estate one. Then he doesn't care this domestic helper pretty lah, ugly lah, fair lah, fat lah, black lah, white lah, he can play with almost everybody. Why? Because no perspective. No schema. No schema that this one is domestic helper from a poor country that is low educated and blah, blah, blah. He doesn't have all this perspective about a domestic helper. So he always come back very happy. And he's very popular in my estate with the domestic helper. The whole estate know that, this is Dr. Kim's son. So if he get lost or don't know what, sometimes he wants don't know what, want to eat sweet lah, what, the domestic helper will come and bring him or what, right? So how come? Because no perspective, no judgment, or no prejudice, correct? No schema, right? No stigma, no social influence. So if you watch like psychologists, we did an experiment, right? We narrate a story, it's a murder crime. After we narrate the story, okay, it's a murder case. So after psychologists, after they narrate the story to a group of participants, what they did is they flashed the murderer face. So the participant is supposed to rate who is the murderer. Who is the murderer? So they flash a few faces. Right? And a very high percentage of the participant rated the black man as the murderer. That was the research found. But of course, the black man is not the murderer. The psychologists are doing a test only. So why then they investigate why participants rated the black man as the murderer, but he's not the murderer. It's actually the white man. The white man is actually the murderer. Okay? They actually purposely put all this picture lah. Correct? So they realize that, oh, because in the social media, right, the television, movie, and so on, right, the black men are always being the role they play in the film as sometimes is the sui toilet one, the wash toilet auntie. You will see it's the black woman. Correct or not? Or you see the black man is the murderer, or you see the black man is the robber. They always portray the black man in the movie as a more lower status, less well accepted kind of citizen. But is that correct? Obviously, it's not right. You know what I'm trying to say? Self-love first, also be careful. Stephanie, self-love, also be careful. Self-care, self-love, also have to know the right way. Okay, not self-love until becomes selfish. Okay, because don't forget, we are social animals. Right? Now, psychologists, they found that human cannot live alone. Cannot live alone. Why? Because, for example, there's a herd of, let's say, sheep. You know, sheep, they always move in herd. Now, if one sheep move away from the herd, this one sheep will become the lion's dinner. If one sheep this will become the lion's dinner. Likewise, psychologists found that human cannot live alone, right? Because they classify human as social beings. That means the day that when you're born, right? And then you can go out and find your own food already. You can go and microwave your own food. Cannot. The day that you're born, right, you must have a caregiver already. Even the day you die, right, you must have a caregiver. So we are social beings. That means I support you, I help you, you help me. You understand? I scratch your back. Stephanie back, right? I scratch. Then Stephanie, help me scratch my back. That is how we live. To be successful, we have to be social beings. Right? But of course, I agree, self-love, very important. But there is a way to do it also. Okay? Not self-love until I'm selfish. Then it becomes a failure and another set of problem. Okay? Self-love in terms of, for example, eating well, exercising. I have prayers for my sanity, for my peace, for my safety. Okay, right? And then self-love, right? And then I keep my house clean, right? I also help my partner to keep house clean, right? And then environment, I create friendly environment. For example, like me, if you come to my house, you will see, my house outside got one small table, have drinks, have potato chips, have some small snacks I place outside for the Grab driver, right? Actually, for anyone who wants it, actually. Sometimes the cleaner come and clean the floor. They can take also. Sometimes I encourage them, take. Right, I have some Coca-Cola, I have some drinks, mineral water outside. So this is called environment. I'm creating, right, a very supportive environment for the cleaner, for the Grab driver. Sometimes my neighbor got young children. They run past, they saw, sometimes I put lollipop. Sometimes I change. Sometimes I put some lollipop. Sometimes I put some menthol sweets. Sometimes I put some potato chips outside. So sometimes the kids walk past, they saw the potato chips. I always tell them, take. Right? The domestic helper also, sometimes they walk past. I told her, take, just take. So what am I doing? I'm creating a supportive environment. Then my neighbor always smoke. Then he every time throw the cigarette. Every time go and change the cigarette tray for him outside. I do myself, then I put it nicely for him. Then he can smoke and throw there. Then he very happy. Then I see full house already. I throw for him. So what am I doing? I'm creating a supportive environment. Supportive environment. That's called environment. Correct? The day somebody asked me, teacher, I have problem with my neighbor upstairs. Right now, the person keep king, don't know what kind of nonsense upstairs. Right? I cannot sleep, I cannot. So, I want to sue that fella, must be kui. I don't know if it's me. If it's me, I will always go upstairs, right? Not knock the door and tell them to shut up. That's not what I will do. I will always go up and give them something. Like, hey, I bought this tea from Japan. You try. Right? I will do this. I will create a supportive environment first. That's why Westerner, they don't know this thing called Guanxi. Westerners, they don't know one. This is the Chinese ancestor wisdom. The Chinese ancestor says, you want to be successful, you must have this thing called the Guanxi. You must have this first. You must have the tie first. Like, for example, you want to have a request. You must have a tie first. You cannot just request, you must have a tie first. Western is Western is go next door, come. Hello, please move your bicycle over the other side. Westerner, right? But in Chinese ancestor wisdom, they don't have this thing one. They will not go to a neighbor house. Hey, hello, your bicycle, please move to the left side. Chinese ancestor wisdom, they don't have this. Even Kongzi, Laozi, Mengzi, Zhuangzi, you cannot see this in any of their books. They will have this thing called the Guanxi first. And then I'm hungry. Who is buying dinner? I need to have Guanxi with you first, right? Then I can request for dinner. Right? So my Guanxi is with you is what? I give you wisdom lah. Correct not? I do my best to make your life better, right? Guanxi what? Student and teacher what? Correct not? We help each other what? Correct? So I established this Guanxi. Then now I request, who want to buy dinner for teacher, please? That's how the Chinese works. Correct not? I remember when I was very, very young, that time I think I 20 years old or something like that. When I was very, very young, I was in the computer industry, computer hardware industry. When I was very, very young, computer hardware industry. Okay, so I work for a distributor. So my job is to approach the dealers in Sim Square. Hey, can you carry my brand? For example, my brand is, let's be Gui brand. I cannot remember. Let's say my brand is don't know what brand. Let's say Toshiba, Panasonic, whatever brand. Okay. So I will have to go to Sim Square and ask them, hey, can you display my computer in your shop? Okay. So you know how I do it? Every time I'll go to the dealer shop, when I go in, you know what I do? I help them to sell something for them. Sell anything, not sell my thing. Nothing in the shop is my thing, right? Sometimes the customer walk in, looking at printer or what. I will go there and like become the sales girl. I'll go there, hi, good afternoon. Then I will explain, this product. I help them to close sales, The boss see, hey, this sales girl good. Then after that, I request the boss, hey, 老板，要不要考虑 distribute my computer? Give me a place to put my computer in your shop. Then the boss always say yes one. Always say yes. I still remember got one time I went to this shop. It's a new dealer. For me, it's new, but this dealer actually ever deal with us before because there was a sales girl before me. Okay, servicing her. So she resigned, I come in, take over. So when I go and see her, the minute she see me, she throw my brochures, everything, she throw on the floor. Right? Then I got shocked. Huh? So rude one. Not a boleh mau it's called. You know? She throw everything on the floor. Like. She see me, I pass it to her. Hey boss, because my computer already in her shop. My boss said update you with this brochures, catalog, blah blah. I bring over for you. Then she take and then she throw on the floor. I got shocked. Like. First time I meet her, like, then I like, huh? I know and I very young. I think I 20 years old or what, something like that. Very young girl. Then I was like, huh? I blur. Right. Then what did I do? I smile at her, then I pick up the brochures catalog. Then you know what I do? I never leave the shop. I get put nicely, go and like arrange her, like display nice. I go in. Then after that, I go around and help walk around the shop. I never leave. I never like angry. So rude to me, right? Like my ego so big at that. Like you know, I rich girl like you. I never do anything, right? I still help around in the shop and blah blah blah. She became one of my biggest supporter. So why leh? Because Chinese ancestors say 关系 ma. 关系. Establish the relationship first, then make the request. Right? So Amoy is not like that one eh. Amoy is go upstairs and scold the neighbor first. Right? But Chinese is not. Chinese is go up, make friend first. Establish a relationship first. Like that. So every time 中秋节 blah blah blah, I always buy those tea bag or what. I always go around my neighbor 几两几包 eh. Upstairs also have, downstairs also have. So what am I doing? Creating a supportive environment around me lah. Because I live around here what. If the environment very hostile, very difficult for me, you know. Correct. So nowadays very popular, the upstairs and the downstairs become enemy. Because I don't know what happened to HDB. Maybe the flooring very thin. The concrete very thin. So upstairs walk here, walk there, the downstairs can hear. I don't know contractor, is it 偷工减料 or what? I don't know. Maybe the floor here and the floor on top, that gap is so thin that even you walk, downstairs can hear you walking. So it's not the upstairs fault, and it's not your fault, right? It's the structure of the building's fault. So why go and fault the upstairs neighbor? Right? To me, I don't think they are evil to trying to hurt you. Because why? In psychology, we believe that every actions must come with a motivation. Must come with a motivation. For example, one student texts me, teacher, this XX master have my parcel and I suspect he is trying to do something to hurt me, to harm me. The first question I ask the student is, what makes you think that feng shui master who has your parcel, right? What is the motivation for him to harm you? I ask. The student cannot reply me. Is it you Guo Fuchen? No. Is it you Liu Dehua? No. Oh, then is it you Ma Yun? No. Oh, okay, never mind. Maybe you are, no, everything, no. Then what's the motivation? They must have a motivation. Just like when I want to kill you, I must have a motivation. Correct or not? What is the motivation? Correct or not? So the perspective must be right. So this perspective thing are very, 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 very important. This perspective. Once this perspective got it wrong, correct, you think that you leave your husband, the second man come, you'll be happily ever after. You cannot even handle the first one. You think you can have the first one, you have children with him, you know him long ago, you know him inside out, right? Maybe you even know his whole family. Maybe you are his childhood lover, right? You've been through lots of thick and thin. You cannot even handle this one. You think the second one come you can handle? I don't think so. I don't think so. Number one. Number two, for your information, God structured the men and women so xiang. It's not like these women, the organs or the nerve system are special one. Right? Like for example, the God structure this man for example, God structure this man hormones or nerve system or his lungs or his heart are special in a way that he is faithful to you only. His money rich all give to you only. It's not structured like that. Men's brain are structured to have multiple sexual partners. Do you know that? If you study psychology, you will know that men's brain, right, are structured in that way. Why? Why are they structured with multiple sexual desires and partners? Why? Because this is for survival purpose. That's why their brain are structured that way. That's why men can sleep with many women. But women a bit difficult to sleep with many men. Of course now, because of Westerner influence, I know the women can do this lah, right? But still, no matter how they sleep, they still have limitation. Why? Because of the way the body is structured. Why? For survival purpose. Why? Because the man can spread the genes faster than the woman, so that the earth can survive. Women, when they're pregnant, they can only have one baby, and 1 year, one baby. And after they have the baby, right, the baby is actually attached to the mother, right? The baby is actually attached to the mother. So the mother needs to have one father to provide for the mother and the baby. That is the reason why the women are not structured in a way to sleep with multiple partners. That's how the body system is structured that way. So if my husband got 小三, you very shocked. What is there to be shocked? Nothing to be shocked. That is the way they structure like that. But my husband don't have 小三 one. Always faithful to me. And then I shocked. Wow, this one rare one. The genetic in the body, chemical system very solid. Correct. This one then I was shocked. As a psychology lecturer, I will be shocked. Wow, 绝种 one your 老公. Right? My 老公 don't look at other girls one. Oh, really? Yeah, everywhere he go, his eyes only look at me. Wow. Right? Correct. So when the man wants to be faithful, right, wants to be this and that, it's a choice that he make. It's a decision he made. It's the perspective he learns, and it's the actions that he wants to do it. So he deserves good marriage and good family, for example. Right? Because 德要配位嘛. Correct? I'm the husband. I always go back. I don't care about my wife. I don't want to talk to her. Blah, blah, blah. Right now, I never do my duty as a husband. I only give money only lah. Right? She wants a Ferrari, I buy for her. She wants a bungalow house, I buy for her. The rest I don't care about her. Right now, she lives, she dies, she cut hair. I don't know lah. Whatever lah. That means you didn't do your duty as a husband already, but right? Because in the Buddha text, the husband is supposed to care, provide protection for the wife. Protection not in terms of house and car. Protection comes in emotional security also. Right? You make her feel insecure. You make her feel that I am what? Anytime I think you will leave me or what? Correct or not? She will feel insecure. Why she feel insecure? Because she cannot feel you love her, huh? Correct or not? Then wife also got so many demand about the husband. Right now, the husband must sweet talk me, must me. Hey, please, so tired after work, still come back and sweet talk you. Very tired, Correct or not? But last time when he was my boyfriend, he's not like that, He always calls me and then texts me all the sweet nothings. Of course, what? Because there is a motivation, right? The motivation is to make you his woman, right? So there's a motivation, right? Correct or not? So I want my husband to come back. Then you need to create that motivation for him to come back. What is the motivation for him to come back? True or not? Like you want your neighbor to stop knocking the floor above, pulling the table or the chair. Then you need to provide motivation for your neighbors to do that. Correct? What is the motivation? True or not? Who is buying dinner? Nobody. Ninida, how are you? Bronsaw, how are you? Justin Heng, how are you? Hemi Tang, Fa Xing Lim, how are you? Su Xian, how are you? Who is buying dinner? Stephanie, you want to buy or not? Your teacher hungry already. Okay, actually want to show you some charts. Okay, I have prayers. I don't know how to pray. I have prayers and I have books. I have courses also. Courses. If you need courses, teacher, I want to make myself right, stronger, better, blah blah blah. Okay, I actually have a birth charts here. Student asked me, teacher, I got suicidal or not? Looking at this, don't have lah. Looking at this chart, because this is oxio. Oxio must have red and horse. Right? Here no red, no horse. Right? Here no red, no horse. Never do means cannot do. Correct or not? Never do doesn't mean cannot do. Correct? Like for example, long ago, people used to say human cannot fly. Human cannot fly. People used to say that. Right? Human cannot fly. But the Wright brothers changed that. Right? The Wright brothers changed that. Correct? Human cannot fly. So Wright brothers invented the aeroplane and human flies. Correct? And I tell you one thing. When Taobao first came out, when Taobao first came out, I don't know which year, but I remember I was teaching in Ngee Poly. And then in Ngee Poly, my China student, I still remember it's a boy or girl, I don't remember, but it's a China student. I think it's boy. Right, this Chinese student taught me how to use Taobao. Then you know lah, we love shopping one, right? We are teacher, we love shopping. True or not? Women all love shopping, right? So this Chinese student set up a Taobao account for me and teach me how to use Taobao. Wow, I was so amazed. I think this one was in 2000, must be贵. I teach in Poly since 2007. Yao Ping buy. Okay, thank you, Ping Ping. Can buy for me and my son. Okay, then. Ping Ping no need. Nana says she buys dinner. Then give Nana buy lah. Ping Ping, Nana buy lah. Okay. Okay, then. Okay, continue first. Continue first. Nana buy, Nana. Okay. I cannot remember. Maybe 2015 or something. 2016 or what. I cannot remember. Wow, I was so amazed. Then I have a friend. She has a shop in Far East Plaza selling clothes. Far East Plaza. That time Far East Plaza damn happening. Dinner on the way. Nice. So she sell clothings. Then this one is my good friend. My GFF lah. My good friend. Then she sell clothes. Then we shopping we like to wear this. Then we go to school, we like to wear this clothes, that clothes. So I went to Far East Plaza. I always meet her. So I told her, hey, I tell you, my student taught me this Taobao thing. Right? Then I shared with her, hey, very good. You should sell your clothes there and blah, blah, blah. She said, no, cannot. Cannot sell the clothes there. Then I said, why cannot sell the clothes there? She said, cannot make it one. I said, why cannot make it? I said, this idea very good. And then what can oversee, can save rental, can what I was telling her. She said, no. She said, because people buy clothes, they must try on. They must put on. And then they must feel They must feel the material one. If you buy clothes, you don't feel the material and you don't try to fit, go fitting room and fit, you won't buy the clothes one. Cannot get customer one. She said that to me. Then I said, is it? Of course, she's the expert because she is the one selling clothes in Fire Plaza. A lot of customer one. She has a lot of customer. Then I say, you wasted. If not, this Taobao very good. You put all your clothes there and sell very good. You know, today, since 2020, she every day online, no more already, find this shop close. And then she tell me very good. Save rental lah, save what lah, only put postage, go over. And not only that, she can get the clothes at a better price. The pricing also, because less rental, less this, less that one. So, and then she said very easy to get customer because she sell online. She opened the shop every day. She has to sit in the shop and wait for walk-in customer, or for regular customer when they off work or what, they walk in. Once a while they think of her, they go there, and then she said this one no need, and this one can every day at the top at the online and sell her clothes. So she said cannot, people must feel. I don't think it's cannot. It's over here. It's how you think. If you think cannot, then cannot. I never grab. I never, then forever will never. Until the day you die also never. So like that lah. Just share. So important to keep an open mind. That's why I like James Bond, because James Bond say never. Wow, I like. Right? So good, well done. Also looking at this, no suicidal. Right? So now when you look at your own chart, to study yourself, all right, now always remember, must study the elements. Correct? If you don't know how to study the element, very simple. This is tiger, it's 3 o'clock. This is another method I teach you. A lot of master don't know when I teach you. I teach you a lot of things you will never learn anywhere. This one is also 3 o'clock, tiger hour. This one dragon hour, right? 7 to 9 o'clock morning. This one is 1 to 3 o'clock morning. So when you look at this, can you tell me it's a cold or a hot chart? Can you type your answer? You just look at these 4 animals regarding to timing. Can you roughly imagine, is this a cold chart or a hot chart? Take out your $12.30 chart and look at it. Lian said cold. Would you agree? Right, I agree. Because 3 morning, cold chart. Sometimes Xuan say cold. Right, I agree. Edison say cold. Right, I agree. So if it's a cold chart, that means fire important or not? Now, when you read Bazi chart, right, always take into consideration the temperature of the chart. Very important. Right? Some of you cannot read the chart cold or hot. Why? Because this is born in spring. Qingming born in Qingming. Qingming is transition from spring to summer. So it doesn't say cold or hot, all right? The chart never say cold or hot. But knowing it cold or hot is actually important. Right? So then how? I teach you a secret law. Nobody know one. So if somebody use this method, you know it's confirmed, it's learned from me one. Right? Okay. So here you sort of can know this is actually quite cold. The temperature is cold. So when the temperature is cold, actually we need what? Heat, right? Because in Chinese metaphysics, we know that we need to balance. True or not? We need to balance. So the hot and cold, if it's cold, you need some heat coming, right? Like, sibei ling, then you need to on the heater, sibei then you need to turn on the aircon, right? To neutralize the temperature, right? So for this case, you can see, right, the heat is actually needed in this chart. But if you look at this, right, here say no, don't touch fire. Here say don't touch. don't touch. Correct or not? This software say don't touch. But you look at this chart, this is actually a cold chart in the morning. Spring transition to summer. Correct or not? So when you look at this, you will say, wow, it seems like fire is needed in the chart. But at the same time here, says fire cannot come in. Why? Because the earth very strong. So if fire come in, strengthen the earth. That is the reason why this chart recommend don't have fire come in, because scared the fire go and grow the earth. When the earth is very thick, what will happen to the metal? This is metal birth owner. Metal birth owner cannot have thick earth. Why? If the earth is thick, may I know, can you find the metal in the soil? We know that there are minerals, minerals, a lot of minerals, right? A lot of good things underneath the soil, like gold, silver, minerals, all hidden underneath, all is mixed with the earth, correct or not? So metal actually in 八字 also means mineral, correct? So these minerals are actually part of the soil, correct or not? Like gold, all these are all hidden underneath the soil. So when the soil is very thick, this metal cannot extend out, cannot be found. If cannot be found, like for example, human never realize there's gold underneath the earth, never realize there's gold and silver, 从来都不知道. Then this gold and silver will forever underneath the earth, useless lor. But once we discover, we dig the ground, got gold and silver, see, got all these materials, then they use this material to turn it to gold coin, to turn it to currency or whatever. Because this gold becomes useful. Correct. That's why the earth cannot tick. So that's the reason why this chart say, don't bring fire in really. Don't bring fire in. Correct? Because scared the fire go and grow more earth. But if you look at the chart, right, you know this is a cold chart. A cold chart actually needs the heat. So this 忌神 becomes what? Becomes very difficult, right? Becomes a dilemma. 你用也不对，你不用也不对。So what does it mean? As a Chinese medium physics student, correct? When you look at this kind of chart, learning from a Chinese medium physics teacher, you look at this chart, what does it mean? Right? The way I look at it is, this person has a fire dilemma in the chart. So it informs me that fire represents happiness. Hello, 小小，对哦. But wants to be happy, but not easy to be happy also. Because if the happy will generate the fire, which I need. That means I need happiness. I need care. I need bonding. I need it. But at the same time, I reject it. Correct? 我很喜欢跟 Dr. Kim every Saturday 唱 karaoke， 我 together sing song， 我很喜欢的。然后我很喜欢跟 teacher 去教他 shopping 什么the fire come in I'm very happy. Teacher very care for me. I love that kind of care attention. But at the same time, I feel that no. I also reject it, right? Or I go to job, but I don't know how to enjoy myself. 我比较 enjoy. I go is good, but I don't know how to enjoy myself. Or like sing karaoke with teacher. I sort of like happy, but don't know my mood, like I don't know how to stir this mood. I know I need it. I need the care, I need the attention, but I don't know how to use it to my advantage. We'll have this kind of problem. Correct? So you want to rebuild yourself. First thing, you must recognize this is an issue in the chart. Correct? If you want to rebuild yourself, teacher, I rebuild myself. I rebuild yourself. You must know this is one of the issue in the chart, right? Correct. So this person have a fire issue. Handle also die, don't handle also die. Right? Likes the care attention, but at the same time also rejects the care and the attention. Right? I need it, but I don't know how to how to make good use of it. Correct? So this fire here, right, you can see is the Chisa. Right, this also represent the husband already. Right, so I need my husband. I need my husband, right? Because I need the fire, I need the heat in my chart. But I cannot handle my husband one. I don't know how to handle him. No? I don't know. Be here. But I need, no. It's gonna have this problem. Right? Then this one also means stress level, right? Chisa. Stress level. Correct. So don't be afraid of stress, because it only when we have stress, right, we learn, we grow. Because in psychology, researchers found that stress actually motivates people also. Because you have this stress, right, it pushes you to do one more time, go one more level up because of that stress. But at the same time, stress can also cause problem, right? Because of stress, right? It pushes you to go one level, and then what happened? Then disaster, something can happen from stress, correct? Correct? Because you're not ready, you can't handle it, and so on and so forth. Correct? Then it give you some problem. Hey, where Jaja 来啊 Jaja, nice to see you. Just got back home. Good news, good news. I miss you, Ja. I want to hear the ding na 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 that song. Okay, this one is from Jaja one, the earring. Support Jaja, y'all. Oh, support him. Nice, right, Ja? Okay, this one bought by Daniela. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's how you should always try to understand this part first. Then next you need to check is this one. This one sometimes is also the problem maker in the chart. The problem maker, the troublemaker. This one's always the one give you the problem one. So you can see this one is the pinning. So you must understand what is pinning, right? Pinning is what? Is the thinking. That means think too far, too drastical already. 小鬼嘴了. Overthinking is called pinning. Overthinking. Right? Is one. Another one is called assumption. You assume. Now, assumption is very problematic in life. Assumption is very problematic, right? Assumption is assume me, right? I assume that you love me. After that, not true. 吓衰啊. Correct not? Right? I assume that you are depression. Actually, no. Actually, you're very happy. Then it's gonna make a lot especially if you are a chart reader. Like me, I'm a chart reader. I'm very well trained with assumption. Meaning, no assumption. I cannot see the chart and then assume that this one lecturer, that means the character is like that. No. It always life have a lot of surprises. Just remember this. Correct? You'll be shocked. Correct not? Like for example, like me, sometimes I go out with my friends, I still remember I go out with my friends, I sing karaoke at the pub or what. When I go there, they thought I'm the waitress. Every time I go there, they always think I'm the waitress. Then I always tell myself, hey, I look like waitress. My friend say, yeah, you look like waitress. Then I say, okay. Then after when they get to know me, they know I'm a lecturer, they know I'm a PhD, they shocked. They're like, sorry. Then I'm like, oh, it's okay lah, because assumption, right? Assumption will make you a fool. 会让你变成小丑的。所以啊 assume right will turn you into a fool. So try not to use assumption. So every time I go karaoke with my friend and sing song, next table will come and ask me, hey, 我要 order beer. Then I like, huh? Then I like, oh, okay lah. Then I will go and tell the waitress, hey, 你的 customer 在我的 next table 要酒嘞。Then they huh? Okay, so that's assumption. Okay. So always take good look at your this one. Check any control or not. Very important, right? Sometimes there's no control, right? No control means what? Nothing to counter this. For example, wood to counter it, right? Water to counter it. How water can counter, man? Water can weaken the earth, ma, right? And metal also can weaken the earth, right? 土克水 will weaken the 土 earth. The earth grows, the metal also will weaken the earth, right? The wood counter the earth also will weaken. So you need to check, got such element in the chart or not. If have, this is well controlled. This overthinking have medicine cure. Means 无药救啦. Correct lah. So here you can see, have wood control. Though not very strong, right? It's trapped, but it's still there. It's not so bad, right? Correct. Then have metal to control, sort of lah. Right? Have water to control, sort of lah. Correct. So is this well controlled? Yeah. The way I see is yes. That means can console this person or not? Can. Right? So when this person is feeling unhappy or what, teacher, you go and talk to her. You think will work or not? Will work. Can work. And this person can slowly educate one. Got chance. Right? So the pinning girl is very strong. Right? So some will say, pinning no good. Right? Pinning is like one of a kind like that. Right? And it's a depression star. Right? This person is very pessimistic and so on. I agree to a certain sense only. Okay? But once you... Now, when this person have negative thoughts, for example, like... I feel worthless. I feel I'm good for nothing, blah, blah, blah. Right? But because this is under control, from the chart, these are under control. Right? And then now this season coming late, the metal will reduce the earth's energy. Right? And we like to reduce the earth's energy in this chart also. But teacher, like earth. Strong earth still like earth. Why? Because cannot control, cannot control, right? You see now? This cannot control, right? So only one miserable fire go and support. Correct now? But season is still season. Season, no matter how, is always forever the winner. Right? Nothing can destroy the season one. Nothing can destroy the season. Okay? Correct? So here say likes. Likes means want some more. Is it? Not necessary. Not necessary. Okay? Because sometimes the like here just hint to you that can indicate some issue. Never mind, this one is the upper level lah. This is the upper level. Okay? So when you look at your $12.30 chart, okay, I want you to be open-minded. Cannot say never. I don't want you to do that. I want you to learn to never say never. Okay, I want you to be this kind of person. Why? Because I don't want you to see this and your mind is locked. right? I never like fire. Don't say too early. Don't keep the mind locked. Okay, don't do that. Why? Because when you do this, right, when all these variables come in, right, and you lock your mind to this, you cannot read the chart very accurately. Number one. Number two, take note, these are only reference. Just like psychologists, like a PhD researcher, when I get a database, right, what I do is I use it as reference only. The decision is still made by the researcher. Just like this fire, I know it's needed in the chart, but here say no, right? But here tells me yes. You understand or not? So as a researcher, I have to make my independent decision. But this can use as a reference for me. But doesn't mean I have to use it. I have to like die. Stick to no fire. I tell you honestly, this works very, very well for the first luck pillar. This one. This is a secret. Teach you. This one works very well for this pillar. Huh? What pillar? The pillar here. There's one pillar here that you don't see it, but it's there. Because before 5, right? Before 5 is 4 years old, right? 4 to the day that you're born, 0 years old. 0 years old means 1 month old, 2 month old, 3 month old, 1 week old, right? All the way until 4 years old. Where is this? So this is very, 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 very good for this luck pillar, for your information. And as your luck pillar progress, this will need adjustment. And if you don't know how to do this adjustment, your mind fixated and never use fire, then you cannot read the chart already. It means you fail. You cannot rebuild. You cannot reflect properly already. You understand? This one you must learn. Okay? Sean Lee. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the channel. And then I very tired already, 2 hours. Can I take a break already? Whatever I've not finished, I'll finish next week. Okay? I have so many to talk about. Below still got, see? Below still got all this. Okay, maybe before I end, I give you something very valuable. Very valuable. You bring back. Okay? This one. Okay, now you know your luck cycle have this. This one also a lot of master don't know one. I share with you. And then you don't teach other people. This is, if you see someone using this, you know, because it's Dr. Kim here. Okay, this one is the current luck cycle. Can you see the 10 years luck cycle from here? Can you see this is the current luck cycle? Very accurate. This one. So you go and see your chart, your $12.30 chart. Go and see what is it here. Then you look at this diagram. Check where is it. Check where is it. Okay, like this one is here. Kun, trap. That means this 10 years, this student is in a trap cycle. Trap cycle. Trap there. That means she want to go forward, cannot. She want to go backwards, cannot. She want to learn new things, like, it seems like wow, stuck like that. So 她很容易觉得有一种 trap 住的感觉 for 10 years. Right. Then after that, you check here. After you check here, right, you will see this word. This is the I Ching. Then you go to my I Ching textbook and look for the meaning. Okay, for example, 10 years, the student have this situation, right? So this situation, if you look, you will see, here have information. A small pool of water flows into an ocean. right? She's in this trap, I Ching, in this 10 years. So it can be difficult to grow any kind of living things in this kind of heavy flood, right? So the answer is here in this textbook. You go and flip your textbook. I know many of you have this textbook, right? You go and flip this textbook. Then you will know this 10 years, what kind of challenges you'll be facing. Okay? So if you cannot grow crops in this heavy flood, means that you will be poor, right? So if this is the 10 years luck cycle, it will signify you're in a difficult situation for all the 10 years. That is, you're poor, right? Even you're not poor, you will think you are poor one. So this student will keep thinking that, 哎呀，我很穷啊，我很穷啊. Even she's not poor, for example, right? And then you will feel you are stuck without workable solution. You will think that, 哎呀, cannot one lah, cannot one lah. You will have this kind of attitude, which you know is wrong. Number one. Number two, which you know is the luck cycle make you think that way. Okay, so this is a time when it's hard for you to make any progression, right? And yet you keep seeing like stress keep piling up, right? So move away from backstabbers because they're causing you more troubles to move on, right? So for love wise, this 10-year luck cycle, not much luck, right? So for career business, so this 10-year tends to have financial situation. So is it all the 10 years? Not all the 10 years. Not all the 10 years. Right? Not all the 10 years. Cannot be all the 10 years. Right? Because 上天有好生之德嘛. Remember? The God is kind one. The Almighty is kind one. So out of the 10 years, wow, 吹啊. Correct or not? Not really. Right? This one come in and this one got chance. Problem is the puzzle here sits a Kong, right? Kong means energy reduced at least by half. Means supposed to have $100, right? Becomes $50. Correct? So this year, this is 2023, right? At Jiwei month, we know that for me, you don't know. For me, I know that this person got this 10 years very difficult. 10 years. But this year got a financial luck coming really for her. So for her, right, this month, she have to avoid this month. Not next month, not last month, not next month, only this month, right? She needs to avoid ox hour, rabbit hour, I'm talking about hour, for this month, right? She need to avoid. Teacher, I go casino at this time. Sului. Teacher, I go casino, I play trading at this time. Sului. Then she need to avoid peak hour. Right? She need to avoid good hour. These 4 hours for the whole of this month, no financial activity. Very easy to lose the money. Okay, but if she's hearing me now, but she can choose a peak day to be prosperous, but on the peak day, avoid these hours. Avoid these hours, for example, on a peak day. Now, if it's not a peak day, right? She can use the peak hour to help her make money. Okay, I hope this one will help her. I hope she's listening now. If not, later I'll ask her to turn on. So that's some little bit I can help. Okay, so what I need to do is you need to take a look at this and go through the 10 years luck cycle. You can even look at the previous and see correct or not. Like let's say when I young that time I got this luck cycle, you go in and see this chart, then you see is it really you are at the I Ching position. I can tell you accuracy rate very high, super high. Okay, I'm hungry now. And thank you for paying attention. And I noticed nobody left the channel. Very good. So all the students pay full attention. Okay, very good. Okay, bye-bye.